bring your love, bring your gratitude, bring your heart and your soul. Bring your love, bring your gratitude, bring your heart and your soul. Sisters, gather round, feel the magic, touch the ground. Brothers, gather round, feel the magic, touch the ground. Bring your love, bring your gratitude, bring your heart and your soul. Bring your love, bring your gratitude, bring your heart and your soul. Sisters, gather round, feel the magic, touch the ground. Brothers, gather round, feel the magic, touch the ground. I love that you're singing with me, so let's do it one more time. Bring your love, bring your gratitude, bring your heart and your soul. Bring your love, bring your gratitude, bring your heart and your soul. Sisters, gather round, feel the magic, touch the ground. Brothers, gather round, feel the magic, touch the ground. Feel the magic, touch the ground. Feel the magic, touch the ground. Thank you.
Oh, I'm so happy for this morning. I'm Beth Karow, serving as worship associate along with the Reverend Kevin Tarsa, and this is Copperwoman. Oh. I've known Copperwoman for over 25 years. My very first encounter with her was probably singing that very same song that we just sang together, the first of many throughout the nearly 30 years we've been gathering and sharing songs at the Northern California Women's Herbal Symposium. And that's the song we open the symposium with. It holds such meaning for me, and I'm so excited for you to experience this with me. I've been waiting a long time for the time to be ripe to invite her here to share her songs and her song leading with our beloved community. I'm so stoked that now is the time, and we're not going to have engines revving back from the four-way stop, 3 feet from our sanctuary. So it's time, and so welcome, Copperwoman. Yeah. And welcome everyone to the Unitarian Universalist community of the mountains. Whether it's your very first time here or you've lost count, whether you're here with us in the room, on Zoom, hosted by Eileen and Hale, or at a later date on our YouTube channel. It is so good to be together on this day in this space made holy by our presence. As we begin our time together, I heartily welcome you to release yourself from any outside worries and distractions, which includes your cell phones. Turn them off altogether, or at the very least, silence their sounds. Whether or not you turn them back on for the rest of the day, that's up to you. I suggest don't. I welcome you to sing along with Copperwoman as you are so moved, or allow yourself to be sung to, or both. You'll have plenty of opportunities to do so because this is a very song-filled service. But first, I welcome you to welcome each other. Always mindful that each and everyone around you is greeted. And whoa. Well, there you go.
Can we be here? Is it all right with you, spirits of the land? Can we be here? Is it all right with you, spirits of the land? Can we be here? Is it all right with you, spirits of the land? Can we be here? Is it all right with you, spirits of the land?
Their request and with their guidance, we acknowledge that the Nisenan people were the first inhabitants of this land upon which we gather.
Can we be here? Is it all right with you, spirits of the land?
This land was never ceded, never given up. And the Nisenan people are still here among us despite years of genocide and erasure from California's history.
Can we be here? Is it all right with you, spirits of the land?
This basket of acorns from the black oak tree serves as a symbol of our commitment to be in right relations with the descendants of the first people in their preservation and resurrection of their rich cultural heritage, as well as restoration of federal recognition of the Nevada City Rancheria Nisenan tribe.
Thank you for letting us be here. We give thanks to you, spirits of the land. Thank you for letting us be here. We give thanks to you, spirits of the land.
We honor the ancestors of this land, recognizing that some of us here may have indigenous ancestors. We honor the ancestors of our Unitarian Universalist faith tradition. And we honor our own familial ancestors, all of whom have brought us here to this place in this moment. We light our chalice this morning, symbol of our UU faith, in gratitude for their paving of the way.
Now is our time. Now is our time to shine. Now is our time. Now is our time. Now is our time to shine. Now is our time. Now is our time. Now is our time to shine. We carry all the wisdom of the ancestors. We carry all the wisdom of the ancestors, uniting soul and body, uniting soul and body, uniting soul and body. We are one. We are one, uniting soul and body, uniting soul and body, uniting soul and body. We are one. We are one. We are one.
Well, as usual, there's something in the pulpit that wasn't here when I got here this morning, but it has appeared, and it's the Wonder Box. And we call it that because we don't have any idea what's inside. We wonder what it is, and we wonder what it has to do with our theme, which all summer long is creating or building a beloved community. Oh, okay, let's see. So the lid stays on the box, and inside, oh, it's always a mystery. It looks like there's a whole bunch of wooden hearts with letters on them. Oh, they're attached. Okay. The mystery thickens. Oh, okay. What does it say? Welcome. Welcome. Oh, that's interesting. I think is there a little one in the crowd today that would like to take this back to Kids Connection? Maybe they're coming on their way. Look, it's Lindsay, our littlest member. And as they go, we will sing them on our way, accompanied by Kevin. I'm going to invite Gail to come up now.
63 years ago, 250,000 people stood on the National Mall and refused to be silent. The 1963 March on Washington gathered to demand civil rights, fair wages and good jobs, and protection of the right to vote. What happened that day helped move a reluctant country toward the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. The work was not finished, but the ground had shifted. Between 1975 and 1992, the Voting Rights Act was expanded and reauthorized repeatedly. But the 2013 Supreme Court Shelby decision began a constant assault on voting rights, most recently the Karow decision. Many states have passed laws to suppress the minority vote. Laws like Georgia's SB 202, which curbs the use of ballot drop boxes and makes it a crime to approach voters in line to give them food or water. Many have enacted new voting restrictions centered around voter photo IDs. For example, Texas did not even sleep on it. They moved to introduce a strict voter ID law after Shelby's decision was handed down. They did that at midnight, the day that it was done. The law resulted in the ineligibility of over 600,000, representing a total of 4.5 registered Texan voters. Photo IDs aren't as common as many of us assume. 18% of all citizens over 65, 16% of Latino voters, 25% of Black voters, and 15% of low-income Americans lack the information that they need to vote. Likewise, jurisdictions have substantially increased the rate at which they purge the voter rolls. These practices result in the erroneous removal of hundreds of thousands of voters every year, with a special disproportionate impact on voters of color. Because the work is not finished, defenders of democracy will march again in 12 days on August 28th. The 2026 March on Washington, Defend the Vote will be held. Reverend Al Sharpton shares these words: history does not happen to us. It happens through us. The men and women who marched in 1963 were not waiting for a better moment. They made the moment. They walked into the heart of the nation and told the truth about freedom, about justice, and about the promise this country still owes its people. We stand, he said, on the same ground because the work is not finished. The right to vote, the very foundation of our power, is being chipped away in state house after state house. When the vote is weakened, every other right becomes more fragile with it. That is why we march, he says. That is what we mean when we say defend the vote. He says, I am asking you to be part of history, not to be a witness to it. On August 28th, let the Washington March hear one voice that cannot be ignored. Come and complete with us. UUCM urges any who can to attend. We also have prepared a letter for all of us to sign showing our support to the march. After the service, several members of your justice team will have letters for you to sign. Those who are going to help with that, can you raise your hand or raise your clipboard so people can see? There's a whole bunch of you. There'll be some at that end, some here, some in the social hall as well. We are part of history. Thank you.
Thank you for the Freedom Summer moments all summer long, pointing out where we're at. The news is hard and at best motivating, hard not to be overwhelmed. There we are. So here, as we move from that reality of disenfranchised voters, which one cannot help but understand as racially based, right, racially motivated. And before Copperwoman sings a song about walking in integrity, we light our candle of compassion, resistance, and resilience. And I want to pick up a piece from last Sunday. So do you ever wish you could have done something differently? Last Sunday, as I was inviting a set of responses to a question, someone shared the story of their family, a very painful story of a member of their family having a word hurled at them, a racial slur hurled at a beloved young family member. And as part of sharing that story and the pain of that, they actually used the word, because that's what the person had said. So in part of telling the story, they used that word. And that's a word that, for many people in the room, is a really painful word to hear out loud. A couple people took the time to talk about how hearing that word in this room was so jarring to them because they enter this as a safe space for them, a space they can feel at home, and that challenged that. And what I was wishing for myself that I had been able to do in that moment was stop and honor that piece, right? Honor the painfulness of the utterance, even to tell the story of what happened, to make a point that we would understand. And I'm thinking about this is the kind of thing that comes up often with ministerial colleagues when we gather. Somebody will say something that is hurtful or harmful to someone, and we learn over time to try to stop what we're doing and address it instead of kind of, and moving on, right, without addressing it. And part of our language around that, as with colleagues, is that we can never guarantee truly safe space, right? We cannot control what happens. And so what we aim for is brave space. Brave space. And part of that bravery for me would be to learn to be able to stop in that moment and say, no matter what the plan was, no matter my careful agenda for the moment, there's something to attend to that harm. So I name that as part of my own growth and name that as a learning I'm working on and invite us as a community to work with that too. Others have pointed out that this is a very white Western European idea that something happens and we are uncomfortable with it and kind of skirt it and then move on, right? And also that we stay with an agenda that we've got because that was the plan. When in fact, sometimes what arises then is an invitation for that to become the moment, to become the agenda for the moment. It's said in our tradition that everything we do together is faith development. In other words, every experience we have together is cultivating our values and how we live in the world. Another way to put that is to say that the congregation is always the curriculum. The congregation, the community, is the curriculum. No matter what we're studying or saying or talking about, it's what we experience and do together. So with all of that, I name this commitment and desire to learn to practice that, to stop when needed, pay attention, address it, name the harm that it was for people to hear that word, even in an unintended, when a harm is not intended, and thus. And I invite us to keep learning in our ongoing journey of how to walk in integrity. How to walk in integrity. With that, we light this candle which invites us every week to cultivate, to remember, to commit to cultivating our compassion, to cultivating our resistance to, and to cultivating our resistance all together. Oh, and resilience, what did I say? Oh, I said resistance twice. Double resistance, and then resilience. Thank you. And Beth has led it. Thank you.
Walking in integrity, the earth sings her song to I turn my light on. There it is. I turn my light on. You turn your light on. And we shine, shine, shine. What we think and what we say, so very powerful. What we think and what we say, so very powerful. I turn my light on, you turn your light on, and we shine, shine, shine. I turn my light on, you turn your light on, and we shine, shine, shine. Belief in separation harms all of our relations. Belief in separation harms all of our relations. I turn my light on, you turn your light on, and we shine, shine, shine. I turn my light on, you turn your light on, and we shine, shine, shine. Gratitude and perseverance leads the way for divine service. Gratitude and perseverance leads the way for divine service. I turn my light on, you turn your light on, and we shine, shine, shine. I turn my light on, you turn your light on, and we shine, shine, shine. I turn my light on, you turn your light on, and we shine, shine, shine.
I am really attracted to folks who are living as their authentic selves, doing what they are called to do, and sharing their gifts with the world. My midwife, who assisted in the home birth of my 2 daughters, for instance, home births, I'm going to count them both. She had a true gift, my midwife, and she shared it with me at a really crucial time. And what a blessing it was to be in her wise presence as my babies made their entrances. Copperwoman is one of those folks who is unabashedly authentic. And in living her life open to what may come to her, she has become a song catcher of hundreds of songs. She always has a song at the ready, perfect for whatever the particular circumstances calls for. I think with the small smattering of what we've heard this morning, you would agree with that statement. More than that, her songs feel instantly familiar, as if they've been sung for generations. Simple tunes meant to be shared, like the gifts they are. And as we settle deeper into today's service, our hope is that through the songs that Copperwoman shares with us and invites us to sing along with her, we are each able to open ourselves to that part within us where we find our inner light. And by singing together, We connect our individual lights with each other, and together we shine, shine, shine.
Stories are stored in the stones. Songs live in the bones. Secrets hide in the tones to be heard.
Another one of those songs perfect for the moment. Stories are stored in the stones, where Beth was pulling out the stones yesterday and finding new ones. Oh, there's this heart-shaped stone. This wasn't here before. Here's one made out of glass. People keep bringing stones. It's beautiful, right? They come with your stories. And each week, those stories get added to the stones that people hold in their hands, either that they get on the way in and get to hold for a while, or that people come up and take from the table and place in the bowl of water. I'm going to start with what will be a concern to this person and a joy for the rest of us, that today is Gene Gilligan's birthday. It's not his concern that it's his birthday, but that I'm going to say something about it being his birthday. So I told Gene, we so appreciate you. Would you allow me to do that, to mention it's your birthday? So happy birthday to Gene. Always there are all kinds of things going on in our lives. The songs today may surface some of those as we go. I invite you to stop for a moment and take stock. Just call up your list that's in your heart right now, that's been in your heart this week. Those things that you are so grateful for, you can hardly contain it. Those joys that you had no expectation of, that thing that happened that you didn't even dream could be possible and yet did happen. The news that you got that you did not want to hear. The question that has arisen either persistently or maybe suddenly lately for you and your life and your decisions. All the layers that would come with whatever you choose to do. Or all else that's in your heart and mind most strongly today. If you're in the room, you have a chance to come forward and take a stone. We'll start with the front row and work our way backward. To hold that, let it be the symbol of all that you carry. And let the release into the bowl of water be a reminder that you're not alone and that you are held. If you're on Zoom, you have a chance to write in the chat a piece of what you're carrying. You get to name what's going on for you. I invite us to hold each other in tenderness, in quiet, in prayerfulness, as is true for us in the music, in the movement, in the holding and the releasing of stones, knowing that we are in this together. I invite you into this time.
Stories are stored in the stones. Songs live in the bones. Secrets hide in the tones to be heard. stored in the stones. Songs live in the bones. Secrets hide in the tones to be heard. Born in a bed of earth, the silence opens to birth all that each of us share as part of a whole. Stories are stored in the stones. Songs live in the bones. Secrets hide in the tones to be heard. How long do we have to listen before we can hear the sound of the wisdom in the silence, where peace and light abound? Stories are stored in the stones. Songs live in the tones. Secrets hide in the bones. Stories are stored in the stones. Songs live in the bones. Secrets hide in the tones to be heard. Is there something on your mind? Answers you're trying to find. Listen a little bit deeper and you'll see. Stories are stored in the stones. Songs live in the bones. Secrets hide in the tones to be heard.
I placed a few stones for all the rest that we hold. I invite you, if you're a person who comes by the front, to look at that bowl of stones on your way out today. It's a very powerful view every Sunday afterwards when I look at that full bowl of stones, knowing that it's only part of what's here. But here we are together as community, holding each other. I invite Copperwoman to offer our prayer and meditation this morning.
Okay, there we are. I just want to preface this song saying that I use the word angels in this song as our beings of light. And if that term doesn't work for you, you can replace it with whatever works for you. There's a circle surrounding the circle we are in. There's a circle surrounding the circle we are in. There's a circle surrounding the circle we are in. The angels, beings of light, calling in the angels to be by our guide our way. Their light is here to guide. There's a circle surrounding the circle we are in. There's a circle surrounding the circle we are in. There's a circle surrounding the circle we are in. The angels' wings of light, calling in the angels to be by our side, knowing when we call them, their light is here to guide our way. Their light is here to guide. Oh, their light is here to guide our way. Their light is here to guide. When Beth first proposed that I give the talk today, I said, I don't talk, I sing. I need my water. And then I thought, I can do this. So here we go. Like all of you, I am a survivor. And how do I know that we are all survivors? Because we're still alive and we're here. I survived being one of 8 children. I survived by being good because I learned that if I was good, that I could be loved. And if I was good, I wouldn't make more work for my mother, who worked for my dad and was raising 8 children. I survived going to 11 years of Catholic school, 4 of which were an all-girls Catholic high school. I survived marrying my high school sweetheart, who I met when I was 15. After we were married, I saw him become dependent on alcohol and drugs and be verbally abusive. I wouldn't change anything about that relationship because I have an almost 54-year-old daughter from that relationship and 2 beautiful grandchildren. I survived 2 more relationships that were full of life lessons but not very much joy. And I have a 42-year-old son from one of those. And so again, I wouldn't change anything about that. Everything that's happened in my life has brought me to where I am right now. During my last and very challenging relationship, I entered into a journey with breast cancer. When I first felt the tumors, the surgeon wanted to just do surgery right away and take them out. And I saw that my prayers were answered, but at what cost to get out of that relationship? And so I surrendered into staying alive. I realized that I still had a lot of work to do and a lot to offer. If I was going to stay here on planet Earth, then I wanted to be happy and I wanted to enjoy life instead of being miserable, and that I was going to have to love myself. I refused the surgery that had been suggested, and I did a year of energy work on a table with a healer. But after that year was over, my body was muscle testing. I didn't have cancer, but the tumors were still there. And I believe that if I had done the surgery when we first found the tumors, that I might not have survived, because at that point I didn't have will to live. I was really sad. It was a hard time. To sing you a line from one of my songs, loving every part of me is the key to living happily. Life is pretty good. And by loving me, I'm loving you. That's all there is to do. Life is pretty good. After a year, oh, I already said this, but I'll say it again. After a year of energy work, my body was muscle testing that I didn't have cancer, but I still had the tumors. I had to lay aside my ego and turn to Western medicine, and I did chemotherapy, in which this song came through. Oh, bone marrow, make white blood cells. Oh, bone marrow, make me strong. Oh, bone marrow, make white blood cells. Make white blood cells all day long. And that was really crucial for chemotherapy, because when they test your blood before you go into chemo, if your white blood cell count is too low, they won't do the chemo. So that song was really helpful. My practitioner said, well, how come your white blood cell count is so good? And I said, well, because I've been singing Oh Bone Marrow, make white blood cells. And then I went on to radiation after that, and of course, another song, they're gonna radiate me, they're gonna radiate me, I'm radiant, I'm radiant. Kill off the bad cells, bounce off the good cells, I'm radiant, I'm radiant. Today I acknowledge and I give thanks to say that I've turned from being a survivor into a thriver. And that cancer journey was complete 21 years ago, so pretty confident about it being gone. All during these life experiences, I've been blessed with bringing through songs. I would ask questions about how does this work? How does that work? How does the universe operate? And I would receive a song that would explain it. And for this, I am so grateful. I now live in a tiny home on 10 acres with other folks, surrounded by trees, birds in the summer, and a garden that feeds me. Everything, every experience that I've had in my life has brought me to where I am right now, this thriving survivor. I've grown so much in my lifetime, and I will keep on growing for the rest of my time here. One valuable lesson that I learned was the importance and the impact of what I speak, what I think, and what I sing. So I'm careful with what I say and what I think. My energy Tamura impressed this upon me, the role that our words play, what we magnetize to ourselves. And so this song, I am whole, I am happy, I am healthy, totally. I am love, you are love, we are free, totally. You might say it's positive brainwashing, but I say can't hurt. When we repeat stories over and over again about our childhood trauma or things that happened to us during this lifetime that had a negative impact, I believe that we're holding fast to that reality and that we're going to find it hard to heal. So I've learned to tell a different story. Rather than repeating the same old poor me story, I'm just a victim, I've learned to take responsibility for the results of my actions and to see the correlation of how my thoughts and my stories affect my life and my reality. There's a shift of attitude that helps, and you might have heard this saying, the universe is doing this for me, not to me. It's a pretty healthy attitude to have. We can view all experiences as opportunities to grow into grounded, loving, kind, and considerate human beings. Of course, being conscious and aware of our speech and attitude is an ongoing process, and sometimes I succeed and sometimes I slip and sometimes things sneak in there in disguise and I realize I'm doing it again. And so here's a little bit out of this song. Sometimes my buttons get pushed, some call it triggered, some hurt from the past is hurting again. I have the opportunity to heal something inside of me. Set myself free to be happy. Set myself free to be at peace. So when I catch myself, I course correct and take back my power by adjusting my perception of the situation. When I am in my power, I can be centered, make adjustments to my behavior, and experience more favorable outcomes. The latest song I'm working on goes something like this. Wanna change, tell a different story. Wanna change, tell a different tale. Wanna change, tell a different story. 'Cause the universe hears our every word, and the universe will give us what we fear. What you talk about, you bring about. What you think about, you bring about. What you sing about, you bring about. So tell a different story of your inspiration, your intention, your vision. Tell a different story, your inspiration, your vision, your intention. So I've shared my journey with you because maybe you experience some similar things in your life, and maybe sometimes you feel that you just can't change what's happening. But if I can, you can. So, that's it.
We're going to move it to the end, I think, or something. I think we're going to move it to the end? Or yeah. Okay. It's a work in progress. While the bulk of UUCM's income comes from annual pledges, receiving the weekly offering is an important symbol of the collective efforts we make to sustain the life of this church. Passing the basket from hand to hand to hand to hand. It's a way that each of us can contribute our own blessings of, yes, dollars, but also of hope, of gratitude, of faith in the common good we share. And each month we share our gifts with a different community partner whose mission and vision we feel aligns with our own. This month, 50% of our offering will support a longtime partner, Interfaith Food Ministry, who envisions a community where no one ever feels the hurt of hunger and whose mission is to reduce food insecurity in Nevada County by feeding the hungry and helping to sustain both good health and human dignity. And the greeters receive the offerings.
I offer you, you offer me. I offer you, you offer me. Love eternally. I offer you, you offer me. I offer you, you offer me. Love eternally. Support. I offer you, you offer me. I offer you, you offer me. Support eternally. I offer you, you offer me. I offer you, you offer me. Support eternally. Friendship. I offer you, you offer me. I offer you, you offer me. Friendship eternally. I offer you, you offer me. I offer you, you offer me. Friendship eternally. Truth. I offer you, you offer me. I offer
Thank you so much for your generosity. We dedicate these gifts to the building of a world where all are fed in body, mind, and spirit with the nourishment that goes beyond surviving to thriving. And I have a request, Copperwoman. I hope I don't put you on the spot too much, but we opened our service with the opening of the Women's Herbal Symposium. And in honor of Jean, I'd love Copperwoman to sing a song that she wrote for someone's birthday. And we are stuck with a birthday song that isn't the favorite of all of us, but we still sing it every year. Listen to this song and just think about your own birthday. Think about this being sung for you in honor of your birthday, and especially today in honor of Jean. We sing Older, Wiser? Water, sure.
Older, wiser, stronger, lighter, as the winters and the summers pass us by. Older, wiser, stronger, lighter, as the winters and the summers pass us by. Older, wiser, stronger, lighter, as the winters and the summers pass us by. Older, wiser, stronger, lighter, as the winters and the summers pass us by. Older, wiser, stronger, lighter, as the winters and the summers pass us by. Older, wiser, stronger, lighter, as the winters and the summers pass us by. One more time. Older, wiser, stronger, lighter, as the winters and the summers pass us by. All right. Thank you.
Thank you for that. And Copperwoman, thank you not only for the music, but for risking speaking from the pulpit and actually modeling exactly what you live, right? Here's life experience. Here's the song in response. That was really wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. I'm thinking about my songs in life now. Yeah. Thank you to Beth for inviting Copperwoman and being a worship associate this morning. Stephen Cypress came early this morning to help get the sound set up and make sure it was going to work for all the sound pieces. Eileen, as you know, is online Sunday after Sunday, supporting the people online. Jean Gilligan, who has a birthday today, was greeting, as well as Jim Bear. Thank you very much. That role of welcoming people is a really powerful one. I'm going to talk more about that soon. George was our lay pastoral care person. He was out there in front with stones for people who wanted to get a stone on the way in. George, thank you for being that presence today. Several people have been working to bring refreshments. Who are you? Who brought refreshments or who are working with refreshments who haven't gone out of the room yet? Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. And I saw Lindsay, and who went out with Lindsay for Ellen? Thank you to them, please, when you see them, for working with our young ones. A couple announcements. Green Sanctuary Task Force meets today after the service. The UU Campout is next Sunday. Several folks are out on that campout. Who's on the campout next weekend? Yeah. It's a retreat of sorts to be away together out in nature. Jill has initiated a concept called bounty and barter after service periodically, so watch for more information about that. That'll be on the 23rd, and the book group meets next on the 25th as we kind of wind our way down through the end of August here. The community business meeting will be on the 30th. Please mark your calendars for that. There'll be a voting on the budget as well as elected positions in the congregation. You can do that in person or in Zoom. And is there one more? Always the website has more information. Please check it out. Thanks for being here, for singing along, for bringing your presence. Thanks to all those people who helped me talk through the experience of last week and think through it and feel through it. Much appreciated. Beth has our closing words.
May we go forth from this place and this time that we've shared together, carrying with us these songs that revive our spirits and hopefully rekindle our lights. These are unprecedented times, full of challenges and hardships. May we be reminded that music helps to heal what hurts, mend what is torn, and bind up the broken. Music is the medicine.
So I changed what song that I'm going to do for closing because there was a request last night at the wonderful singing circle that we had here for this song. Life is so precious. Life is so precious. Take a look around, so much to be grateful for. Take a look around, so much to be grateful for. This one's a little different. Take a look around. What are we waiting for? To appreciate, that's your part, to appreciate, yeah, to be grateful. That's right, to realize how blessed we are. To appreciate, to be grateful, to realize how blessed we are. 'Cause everything that's here is still here. And everything that's not gone is not gone. Nothing is broken. Nothing needs fixing. We are so blessed. We are so blessed. Well, now that you know the song, I'm going to do it again from the beginning. Life is so precious. Life is so precious. Take a look around. Take a look around. Grateful. So much to be grateful for. Take a look around. What are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? To appreciate, to be grateful, to realize how blessed we are. appreciate, to be grateful, to realize how blessed we are. 'Cause everything that's here is still here. And everything that's not gone is not gone. Nothing is broken. Nothing needs fixing. We are so blessed. We are so blessed. We are so blessed. Well, I feel so blessed that I was invited to come and sing with you last night and today during the service. It was sheer pleasure, and you are wonderful crowds of singers, and that makes me so happy. So thank you so much for singing along.
Thank you, Copperwoman.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And our time together has come to an end, and we extinguish our chalice, but we know that together we will carry the flame of peace and love until we meet again. We'll see you next Sunday for What's Your Story? If you're here in the building, please join us in for refreshments and connection in the social hall, as well as an opportunity to purchase some of Copperwoman's songs.